Why do you love your job, and what are some of the best parts about your coworkers?
I love working with kids, I always have. And so, like I said earlier, I spent a short amount of time working in the adult realm. And while I loved working with adults and being able to share different stories, I just knew that my place in this world was to spend time with children. I love to see the progress that they make. I love just the innocence of being able to work with them, the little stories that they tell, the just watching them open their eyes and discover the world and tell you about things that, to adults may seem obvious, but to children, it's just like they're walking through this magical world and everything is new and interesting. And so I love being able to watch that transpire, watch their language explode so that they are able to tell you more about their environment, tell you about their day. It's just wonderful. As far as our coworkers go, I just feel like God has truly blessed us with Christian people who love their job, they love their children, they work hard to see the kids that they work with succeed. They pray for them, they pray for their families whenever there is a need. And sometimes we pray for them because they are struggling in therapy, and we just want to pray for them. Our families feel comfortable coming to us and sharing troubles that they are going through with members of their family that we may or may not know, as well as their kids that we are seeing in therapy. And I love the fact that they feel comfortable coming to us and sharing those stories and asking us to either pray for them or just asking us if we have a moment where they can share, because sometimes people just need to talk. And I think it's wonderful that they feel comfortable being able to come to us and share that.
What are some of the most common questions you get about your job?
What do you do? My child doesn't need therapy. They already know how to talk. And so that opens up an opportunity for us to share that we don't just teach children how to talk per se. We work on their ability to produce individual sounds of language. We work on their ability to comprehend. We work on fluency, voice. One thing that we work on as speech therapists that many people are unaware of is we work on feeding and swallowing as well. So a lot of times we'll have children who maybe will only eat chicken nuggets and french fries or mashed potatoes. They're high carb eaters. And so we can work on feeding with them to help expand their repertoire so that they do have a healthier diet. A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to go out to California and participate in the SOS of Feeding course. And so I'm now an approved SOS of Feeding therapist, and here either this fall or next spring, we are actually going to be partnering with SOS to put on a training for therapists here in our area. It'll be held in Little Rock, so we're really excited about that as well. And so we get a lot of questions about our job. OTs, they want to know, why does my child need occupational therapy? They're not old enough to hold a job, because they look at that as being an occupation. But our occupational therapists work a lot with children on fine motor skills. They're on handwriting. They work on children with behavior. They work with children who have sensory issues. Maybe they have a difficult time in loud areas. We had one little boy who had a terrible time getting his hair cut. His mom just came to us in tears and said, I can't even take him to get his hair cut because he is so fearful. And so our OT worked with him for about 6 months, and she had posted on Facebook how thankful she was for his OT, because he had been able to go to the barber shop and get his hair cut for the first time, and she was just so overwhelmed and happy to see that. And so it was great to know that we had the opportunity to be a part of that story for her. And then physical therapy as well. They'll say, why does my child need physical therapy when they already know how to walk? Well, they work on torticollis, which children that turn their head one direction and maybe they're tied on one side, so they work on those muscles. They work on climbing and jumping and just their overall gross motor skills. Maybe the children are weak in a certain area, so they work on building those muscles so that they can decrease the weakness that they are experiencing. So I'm excited to have a marketing specialist working with us now, Jordan, who's conducting this interview. And so he's really great at marketing, and we're really excited to have him on board. We're excited to share marketing from a social media standpoint. I know social media is huge in our environment, our economy right now. And so a lot of people go to social media to look for different resources for their families. And so we are promoting our company on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, and some various other sources, maybe Snapchat and some others as well. We also have a website that we have set up that we are constantly trying to update, and so there will be changes coming to that in the near future as well. So we're excited to see where technology is going to take us in the growth of our company and our ability to reach other families who may not know about us or have the opportunity. One other thing that technology allows us to do is to do Zoom meets. Although we haven't done Zoom meets in a little while, they were very popular during COVID. But Zoom also gives us the opportunity to reach families who may not be able to come into our clinic for whatever reason, whether it's a financial means or whether it's transportation.